Oh, wow. How'd you watch ROH?
Fight TV.
Oh, okay.
Downloaded that app.
Hmm.
I was just bored. I was like, let's see what's going on. Last time I looked, that villain guy was double crossing Adam Cole, and then this episode, it was like, I don't know, some people I never heard of. Jay Lethal's a face again or something.
Huh.
I was really just looking for the Briscoe brothers, but I didn't see him, so
Hmm.
I wasn't happy about that.
Man, it'll be next week on ROH.
They might be in Japan.
Do they wrestle
True.
for NJPW?
No, they do a lot of crossover stuff. I'm pretty sure they're still in ROH though.
Yeah.
Did you know that the American Nightmare Cody was in the Bullet Club?
Yeah, I did actually.
He doesn't have a last name though, even though it's clearly
Eh.
Rhodes.
WWE's gonna sue you for that. Sue this podcast.
He whispered it one time on TNA.
Did he really?
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh well.
She's like, "My name is Cody
Reynolds.
Roads.
Crazy.
Speaking of Reynolds, let's not sleep on Gold Dust.
No, let's sleep on Gold Dust for another week, please.
Let's not sleep on the Shattered Demon Productions 20-karat gold, whatever it's called. This is the greatest screenplay since the movie Glory.
Wow, Denzel Washington.
Yes.
Shout out.
Movie, to tell you the truth.
Or
The war movie.
Ricochet, also featuring Denzel Washington.
But you were saying something interesting though before all this nutty banter. Colt Cabana is on ROH.
He is an announcer, unless it was just a one-time thing. But yes, he is.
Did you get that? Did you get that fight app that I was telling you about?
Yeah, that's how I watched it.
I just deleted it.
Just deleted it. Delete.
Yeah, I brought it back just to see what was going on. And then I saw the first thing I saw on there was Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, man. You can also watch. I think it's like the. Oh my gosh, what is it called? Rockin' Ricky Gibson's on it.
Oh, nice.
From the Rockers?
No, Rockin' Ricky Gibson. We had him on the show a few times. He's a Portland wrestler. Indie guy, super indie, but he was wrestling on. It's like a new promotion that I think Matt
Sure, it
Striker
wasn't
is
Rocky
doing.
Mountain Pro Wrestling?
No, definitely wasn't Rocky Mountain. Paragon, that's it. Yeah, he wrestles for Paragon.
Yeah.
What's his face? He was wrestling.
Oh,
What's his nuts? Definitely not Vampiro, but another Gangrel.
yeah.
Oh man, Gangrel got fat.
Yeah,
So sad.
He's into some weird stuff too.
Weird. Well, you want to know what's not weird? The Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Show. This is episode 51. So thanks for listening and checking us out.
Wasn't it 52?
Oh, 50. Oh, maybe it is 52. Maybe it is.
No, we didn't do an episode last week. It's 51.
I thought we did a 50th, and then
We did do a 50th, and then I went to Nashville.
Yeah, we
never got to 51. Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, because I thought about that too. I was like, is it 51? But nonetheless, this is episode 51, and we'll talk about what happened at Extreme Rules. I'm out of the loop completely this week. I was out of town. I was in Nashville recording some drums and hanging out with a bunch of animals, wild animals let out from the zoo, throwing burgers at each other. But nonetheless, I missed Extreme Rules. I watched like 10 minutes of Raw, and then I watched none of SmackDown Live. Had some other projects that I had to get finished, but nonetheless, so I'm kind of clueless. So I feel like Theron is like the most well-equipped man during this show. But what we'll talk about is Extreme Rules. We'll talk about some Raw and SmackDown. I know Theron's got some things he wants to get off of his chest, and of course, we will always have our question of the day. So let's fire that question off real quick.
That's the question of the day for this episode of the Rose for Elbow show is let's go jump in our time machines. Let's fire up the flux capacitor. If you could go back in time and sit front row for one live wrestling event in the history of all of wrestling, which would it be and why? So let's think about that and then answer it at the back half of the show.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, let's talk about some Extreme Rules. Theron was saying in our little pre-show or pre-meeting that the women's match was uneventful. Is that what you were saying, Theron?
I said it was whack.
Oh, whack!
Wow.
Whack. Wiggity whack! Right?
Damn.
Wiggity whack! Like wear your overalls backwards whack, right?
Okay.
Basically. Just like that just happened. It just wasn't, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. It's probably not something you should say as an advocate for wrestling. I I watched that pay-per-view and I fell asleep a lot.
Oh, no.
Time we watched the Oklahoma Supers National Championship game, and I would just wake up. The matches would be over, and I'd be like, "Oh, what did I miss?" So I went back and rewatched that match, and it didn't. I don't know. I just don't. I'm not really feeling Bailey. Not feeling Bailey.
So for those who may have not seen the match, I haven't. What was the stipulation? It was Bailey versus Alexa Bliss, right?
Oh my God! It was Bailey versus Alexa Bliss in a kendo stick on a pole match. First person to get the kendo stick gets to use the kendo stick. But the thing is that no one actually got the stick. Like I think one person pulled it down, but they both got to use it. So the rules obviously went out the window. The thing is, when it came down to it, Bailey's just too good of a goody two shoes to use a kendo stick. That cost her the match. She got bludgeoned with the kendo stick, and then she lost by way of a Miz-like DDT from Alexa Bliss. I just was not impressed with that match, nor the direction of the women's division in Raw.
Ouch.
I still like Alexa Bliss though.
Yeah, what do you guys think of Bailey's call up on the main roster? I see a lot of complaints about her that she gets too much mic time, and she's still not ready for mic time.
She sucks.
Brutal, dude.
Sorry, I'm
waiting for that question.
I don't know. I don't really get excited. I got excited when she first came out, only because the fans were excited, and then I was like, I thought this chick was supposed to be super awesome. I saw a great match between her and Sasha Banks in NXT 2 years ago, I think, and yeah, she gets too much mic time. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Tommy?
Yeah, I think that's a problem with her. She's still kind of learning on the job. I mean, she was a star. She's NXT's biggest star. So it's funny how it's not really translating to the main roster. But a big thing about NXT when she was with NXT is she was always the underdog, and she was always getting beat down, and it's geez, you kind of want to see her pull through. But I think maybe she won the title too fast on the main roster. Maybe she beat Charlotte too soon, and maybe it's too much too soon. Maybe they should have made her be the underdog that you kind of root for too much.
And
so
now,
yeah.
Now she's Alexa Bliss is cool. I like her. But Alexa Bliss is still fairly new. I mean, she's accomplished a lot, but it's she doesn't really have that. Bailey should, I don't know, should she be feuding with a heel Sasha? Is it just the storylines? I'm not into it. I'm not feeling it. I don't like it.
I agree with you guys. I think Bailey came up and there was a lot of high expectation, and she just still seemed really green. I just think they're giving her a lot of mic time to try to prove herself. I think maybe this is her opportunity to try to really get to get a lot better, but I don't think it's happening fast enough. So
yeah, I feel they need more veterans on the Raw roster right now. I don't know, because let's have Bliss, Bailey, and then Banks and Alicia Fox aren't on there. So who else is? There's the one girl I'm thinking of that's huge.
Mickie James.
Mickie James. Yeah, Mickie James. They have one other girl who's really on there a lot. She's
Nia Jax.
There you go. She's still green too. Super green.
Yeah, man. I don't even like her promos.
Yeah, her voice is, I don't know. It's just it doesn't match up with her persona right now.
Well, she used to be a plus size model. When she was a plus size model, she wasn't really plus size. So I don't know what's going on. Ever since the shakeup, it's because now Bailey doesn't have Charlotte. She beat Charlotte super fast, and then she won at WrestleMania in that 4-way. That was cool, but I don't know. There's just something that's off about it. Something doesn't feel right.
Do you guys think Raw got the shaft end of the stick, the bad end of the stick for Raw?
No,
for the women's division.
Yes.
Yes. You're talking about the main roster. Yeah, the whole roster.
Sorry. Yeah. That's what I meant. For the women's division, do you think that Raw got the short end of the stick?
I just think they're not doing it right.
Yeah, because look at exactly. Because look at SmackDown, dude. They just introduced they have a women's SmackDown briefcase now for Money in the Bank. Yep. So they're doing almost less of more. So they're kind of thinking outside the box a little. So their division's exciting, even though Naomi's at the top. It's still kind of more exciting.
Sorry.
Come on, man. Let it glow.
What?
Let it glow.
Let it glow. This
Feel
ain't
the glow.
Frozen. You fake Frozen. You ain't Elsa.
I was just watching Beauty and the Beast. I'm sorry, man.
Which one? The real movie?
Yeah, the real movie. You guys see that yet?
No, is it good? Is it good?
You copped the DVD?
Yeah, it just came out. It's actually pretty good. But anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah, okay.
So the women's match was whack. What else, man? So you fell asleep, you woke up. What else did you see?
Listen, the opening match was The Miz and the insane Dean Ambrose. That didn't deliver either.
Oh, what?
It's a stipulation.
Yeah,
That was kind
the
of weird.
stipulation was whack. Like Miz just spent the whole match trying to get Dean Ambrose DQ'd, and then he like got him almost DQ'd, and then like the ref was like gonna go disqualify him, and then like Miz hits the SCF, and then the match is over. I'm just like, what?
Wait, what was the stipulation to get the other person disqualified?
Nah, it was only on Dean Ambrose. If he got disqualified, Miz would win the title. You know.
Oh, that's still pretty dumb.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a
I
lame.
mean,
Yeah,
their
for
next-
Extreme Rules. Yeah, it's kind of lame.
Their Monday night segment was better. I was entertained with that.
Yeah, that was cool. Miz like beat up a clock or something. A grandfather
he
clock.
beat up a clock because he was timeless, according to Maurice, which makes no sense. But what?
He was on Real World.
Yes,
my
he was.
gosh. All right, so what other matches were there in Extreme Rules? Wasn't there like an Enzo Cass match or something? Or no. It was Hardy's and Sheamus.
Inside a cage.
And your new WWE two-time Raw Tag Team Champions, Cesaro, coming out with a victory. That match was
Cesaro,
good.
nice.
That's what they. Maybe that's a cage side. Maybe that's a Gino Morasco. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that match was good. You saw that match, didn't you, Tommy? Or part of it, maybe?
I'm working my way to it, man. Working my way to it, but I really want to see it. Did the Hardys do any crazy spots?
There was that one time where Jeff did a whisper in the wind from the top of the cage. That was dope. Yeah.
Oh
That
my
was probably
gosh.
the best spot. And then but that was about it.
Well, then.
The rest of it was just them like trying to stop each other from escaping.
Mhm.
Because I guess it was like a classic cage. There was no pinfall. It was just whoever got out of the cage first. But since it was a tag match, both people had to get out. So like Jeff Hardy gets out first out of anybody,
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
like he leaves Matt by himself.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
So then like Sheamus and Cesaro like attack Matt, and then I think before he escaped or after he escaped, he came back and did like that whisper in the wind, and then something happened. Like they got to the top, and I don't know. Cesaro like I don't know. They raced to the outside. It was a good match. If you have a chance, go watch it. If you don't,
Okay.
whatever. The Hardys will probably break up soon anyway, and we'll get
What?
Matt Hardy V1.28.
Why do you think they're gonna break up so soon, man? Come on.
I don't know, because Jeff Hardy wants a singles push, and Matt Hardy will be mad at him for being too dangerous. I don't know.
Well, I kind of like that storyline. Just throw it out there.
That'd
Yeah.
be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's better than anything.
Or maybe Matt will become broken.
God, let's hope this freaking lawsuit goes through, man. This is really dragging.
Is that the only thing holding them back from unleashing
Probably,
Broken
dude.
Jimmy?
I mean, that makes the most sense. I mean, if they had complete control over the gimmick, then they should be using it, by now. But I think they're still
Mhm.
waiting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
WWE really wanted to sell like all that, like all the
Yeah.
delete stuff. Yeah, they were excited about that. It's like a big reason they got signed. So I think it would work out sooner, but who knows?
Freaking
Stupid TNA.
Jeff
Don't
Jarrett.
watch TNA.
Global
They suck.
Force with TNA with 1,000 different belts. It's so dumb.
It
Yeah,
ruins
they-
everything.
It's like
What an idiot.
their version of Raw and SmackDown. Like, we have two different brands, but you don't. You just have one brand combined in one
You
brand.
have 1.5 hour show and like 7 belts.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's TNA's really poor impacts.
Is the American Nightmare Cody still the GFW Next Gen champion?
Is that their main champion?
No, he's the Next Gen.
Oh, all right. I don't know.
Okay, what happened? Sorry, I'm back.
I don't know.
TNA,
Let's just
whatever.
get back to Extreme Rules. All right, so Neville versus Austin Aries. That was a good third. Is that
Ooh,
their third match?
yeah. Talk about that one.
That
Who's the champ?
Neville, the king of the
Oh,
cruiserweights.
what? He still retains, dude.
The king of
Crazy.
the cruiserweight shall rise to the top of the mountain forever.
Huh.
Me lucky charms, yar. I
Exactly.
don't even think he's Irish.
That's exactly what he is.
Not even close to being
It's
Irish.
such a cooler character though than Neville, like Adrian or Neville, the Mighty Mouse character. Like this character is way more dark and like he'll do whatever it takes to win. And it was weird though. I don't know. I guess I'm spoiling this, but like so at the end of the match, like Aries like goes for like a suicide dive, and I guess Neville must have ducked, but the camera wasn't on him. So like Aries comes flying through the ropes and just like scoop, just like hits the ground. And then you know, Neville puts him back in the ring, hits him with the red arrow like to the back, and then puts him in the rings of Saturn. And then you know, Aries. Oh, that's what happened. So like Aries had him in the last chancery, right? And then Neville like tried to roll out of the ring, and then Aries like didn't relinquish it. He just like rolled over and kept him in it, but he was outside of the ring. And the rest like, you can't win that way. And then somehow he went for the dive, he missed, he hit the ground, and then Neville did his thing, taps him out. And then like at the end, like you see Aries like outside of the ring, like with a smirk on his face. Like he was smiling. I don't know why. I don't know what that means.
Weird, bro. You just lost. You just
That's
tapped
weird.
out, dude.
Maybe he's moving into a different division. Maybe.
Like being called up to like the big kids table.
I hope so. He should be at the big kids table. I mean, he's only what 5'2".
He actually might be. Yeah. But I was gonna say, like, what's next for Neville, dude? He's kind of cleared out the cruiserweight division. Like
DJ Perkins.
Really? Really?
Everything comes full circle, dude. TJ Perkins was the first Cruiserweight Classic champ.
Nah, they already had their match on 205 Live. They had a sorry, I keep talking in that accent. They had a match. They had a match. So like Monday Night Raw, I think TJP fought and beat somebody, and then Neville comes out and he's like, I want my rematch. And Neville's like, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, but Kurt Angle won't give you the match. And then he's like, we're gonna go. Or he's like, no, we're gonna go talk to him now. He's like, you know what? Come here. And then he just like beats him up. And then they had a match on 205 Live. I'm pretty sure Neville won. Cavaliers clinging to 108-107 lead on Warriors. Oh, sorry, reading ESPN highlights. Anyway, so yeah. Rich Swann and Sasha Banks was, I guess that was the humor in that show.
I mean, I like that Sasha Banks is down in the cruiserweight division because it actually makes me pay attention to it for the first time, like ever.
But what does it do for the credibility of Sasha Banks?
I don't think it hurts. She's still young, dude. She can do it.
Yeah, I think it more raises up 205 Live than brings down Sasha Banks.
What about Alicia Fox?
She wasn't doing,
dude.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude. She wasn't doing anything anyway, but yeah, she's a really good wrestler, and her characters are pretty good usually. So yeah, I think she's underrated actually.
What about Sasha Banks' next women's championship reign?
I mean, she just realized if Bliss and Bayley got the spotlight, I guess she doesn't really have anything to do, so we might as well 205 a live boost, I guess. While she's what
about the fact that she can't dance?
Okay, no, but this is what I can't believe that. I don't believe that. I didn't see it.
She's not a good. She tries.
Uh-huh.
She's got that. How do you call it? Rhythmically challenged. She dances like a drunk white chick. There, I said it.
Okay, wow, man, that's harsh, man. That's harsh, man. She's related.
We should be taking a break here soon. Pulling my collar.
She's related to Snoop Dogg, man. That's ridiculous.
She can't dance either.
Snoop-a-loop.
What? Are you kidding me?
I highly doubt Snoop Dogg can dance, dude. He has hype men, dude. He's surrounded by other people that dance around him.
Nah, Snoop Dogg and her dance about the same. It's just like
Snoop.
I'm trying, but I'm not there.
What do you give Sasha 1 through 10? What's the grade?
5. There's room for improvement.
Okay, well, it's a base to start at, but okay.
50%,
I mean, maybe
bro.
just the moves I gave her. She was doing PG moves. I don't know. She was like doing like the
She's gotta
Fandango
do
mixed
PJ
with the Thriller dance. What?
G moves. You can't do that on Heat.
What? I
See.
thought Linda McMahon wasn't in the cabinet, so it was all good now. I thought we weren't in the trust.
All right, we need to
cooking in the kitchen.
we need to take a break. We need to take a quick little break,
Talk about Mike Monster.
and then we'll let's take a break, and then we'll get back to some Extreme Rules and then some other things that have happened in the fallout, and then we also have a lead up to Money in the Bank too, so we got to talk about that on SmackDown Live. But let's take a quick hot little break about Mike Monster. So check it out. Theron got his T-shirt in the mail via Mike Monster. I ordered a couple of T-shirts myself. I got the black one and two light pink ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
I need one of those.
The black one looks sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I really dig it. I really dig it. I haven't gotten it yet, but totally rad, totally freaking cool that we have. Excuse me, totally rad that we have T-shirts. Go to MikeMonster.com and type in promo code Bros Before Elbows. So at checkout, it'll ask you for a promo code. So type in Bros Before the number 4 Elbows, and you'll get 20% off of your purchase. So be sure to do that, and of course, follow us and Mike Monster on Twitter and Facebook in all of our social media outlets. So let's jump back in to some more Extreme Rulage. So we just were talking about the cruiserweights. We were talking about the beginning of Extreme Rules with Miz and Ambrose and some other unexciting matches. What else was going on? Wasn't there like a fatal 5-way or what else was going on before the main event actually?
Is there anything else? Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Miz and Ambrose was opener, and then I think it was, oh crap, what was the second match?
Banks and Swan.
I think Banks and Swan was number 2, followed by the kendo stick on a bull, followed by the
Alexa Bliss versus Bailey. Yeah, we talked about all of them. Yeah, there's only 7 matches.
Oh, wow.
All right. So moving into the fatal 5-way.
who was right on their prediction, by the way, for the fatal 5-way?
Me.
Where?
If Theron changes position just last minute, I forgot to post Anthony's. Sorry.
Oh, shoot.
There's no
I
record.
got a good bookie. He gave me a good stat line. He called me in, did me a favor. You see, he said,
Is
"Hey,
he Italian? Is he Italian?
yeah, he's Italian. His name
Sounds
is
Italian.
Salami Joe." He was like, "Listen, if I were you, I'd change up your pick. Instead of that Balor guy, I'd take Joe to win it all. He's got 2-to-1 odds over under such and such." Vegas bookie banter.
So Joe took it. Joe won. Joe is the man.
Anthony picked Joe too. Anthony picked Joe. Anthony picked everything right except the tag match.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
What, did I pick that tag match incorrectly?
Yeah, you picked Hardy's. So did I.
Ah, crap.
Yeah. Oh, no, Anthony picked Aries too.
I always
double crap.
Yeah,
I thought he would win.
let me down, Aries.
So maybe
everyone
now
picked
Dale
Aries.
Tommy has to come up and beat Neville, because who else is going to beat him?
That'd be a good feud, actually.
Ooh, it could be onto something.
Could be. Don't know.
Anyway, back to this fatal 5-way. Samoa Joe's reign of terror.
Yeah.
So how'd that come about, man? How did Roman Reigns fall off of his high horse?
Oh, thank God he fell off. He doesn't have ribs.
Ah, got it.
I mean, he still gets booked like super strong though. Like even without ribs, he's still doing crazy spots. Like how did he end up out of the match? I know there was a spot where he speared Joe and Balor through a wall, like through a barricade.
Oh, whoa!
Like at the same time. I want to say it was his ribs. He wasn't in the ring. I know that. The match was really good. There was a lot of good spots. Seth Rollins hit a sick frog splash. Tommy, did you watch this match?
I did not. I didn't get up to that one yet. No.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna ruin everything. Forget. Who cares? Cool. It's we're on the great balls.
It's like 4 days past the pay-per-view, man. That's totally fine.
Yeah. So like, match starts off in the beginning. It's like Wyatt versus Balor. Yeah, Wyatt goes after Balor. And then if it's not Roman Reigns, who were the other two?
Seth Rollins
He goes after Joe. So those four are fighting. Roman Reigns is just like in the ring with like a mean mug, like, oh, what's going on?
I mean,
Because this is my yard. And then like one of those guys gets in the ring, and then like Joe and Wyatt form an alliance for like, I don't know, a solid 10, 15 minutes of the match. That ends eventually. Wyatt hits his sister Abigail. Joe stops that. Like I said, spear through a barricade happened. Rollins frog splashes Wyatt through a table. That was dope. He hurts his knee in the process, or he sells hurting his knee. I don't know if he was really hurt. And then like it ends up being Roman Reigns and Finn Balor like as the last like two guys in the ring. Like everyone else is like laid out, and then like Balor hits the running jump kick into the turnbuckle. He hits the coup de grace. He goes for the cover, and he gets choked out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Samoa just slides in, chokes him out, locks it in. He goes to sleep. New number one contender, Samoa Joe.
Wow. All right. Good. Ooh,
Here's my
Joe
question. Here's my question. Okay, it's a question. Main question coming out. Did Joe rise too fast to number one contender status?
Nope, I don't think so.
I think he did. I think he did, man. I feel like I don't know. I love like they keep bringing up these NXT guys, and I think Nakamura is the same kind of way. Is like a lot of the WWE fans don't watch NXT. It's like they bring up these guys and they don't really give them like a good introduction. Like I feel like Joe could have got a better introduction, and like maybe should have won more stuff before he just won this main event match. I don't know. I feel like he could have been built up better. Like had more wins.
But he's not. But well, I can't say he won't beat Brock Lesnar, but I don't think he will. I think all those guys in that match before WrestleMania happens, all of them will fight Brock Lesnar at one point or another for the title.
Wow, it's a bold prediction.
So I think this is just Samoa Joe getting his first crack, and they're just getting him out of the way. Because when they first brought him, but I wouldn't mind Samoa Joe as a Universal Champion because he's got the mean streak. But I mean, I could see where you're saying he came up like what? He came up in January. That's when he took out Rollins in the knee.
Okay,
that was 4 months before Mania, and then he's just been feuding with Rollins this whole time. I think he might have fought.
He didn't have a match. He didn't have a match at Mania either.
No, they left him out of that, which was very strange. Skip the Intercontinental title, skip the Raw tag title. What else did you do with the guy? I mean, who would you have rather have won then? Roman Reigns?
Everyone was picking Balor. I feel like it's like Paul Heyman had that promo with them too. It's kind of like foreshadowed it, and it's weird how Joe kind of came out of nowhere.
I think Joe is more fitting. That's what I think. For being number one contender. I don't think he was pushed too fast. I think it was right, dude. He came in as a destroyer and he said he's gonna beat everybody up, and that's exactly what he did. He's fierce, he's big, he's tough, he's hard to beat. And I think like his build versus Brock Lesnar's build is gonna look really good.
Yeah, I'm curious how that match how they become as dance partners. So like it could be really good or be Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. I don't know.
Could you imagine Samoa Joe taking like 10 suplexes? I can't see that happening.
He's such a cannonball, man. That'd be interesting to watch.
Or seeing like a kind of like a submission thing, like with Brock Lesnar's what is it? His
MMA background. Oh yeah.
Like that,
but
whatever Joe's is the what is it?
Coquina clutch.
Coquina, that's it. Yeah.
But
the start to their story has been good.
I agree. Yeah, he choked out Paul Heyman on Monday night.
Yeah,
awesome.
And that was a good story. They like had like a moment in the ring, and then Samoa Joe like grabbed him and like pulled him to the side. Like he like didn't even use the mic, and he was just like, "Hey, I'm about to hurt you really badly." Like, he told him that. He said something like that. It was really cool. And then he just choked him out. And, Paul calls Brock. And now Brock comes to Monday Night Raw for the first time since winning the title at WrestleMania. And I'm sure Samoa Joe's going to be there. So you got to wonder, like, how is the rest of this story going to play out?
I'm excited to see how they it's exciting. It's a fresh matchup because I don't think I don't think they've ever faced each other, Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe, so it's going to be something new, which is exciting.
Yeah, that's what I'm digging.
But is it going to be
Yeah,
like
so many.
Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, or
No,
Randy
it
Orton
can't be
versus
that
Brock Lesnar, or Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar?
Or Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar.
No,
That never. That actually thing did happen even when it was 3MB. They got dominated.
Jinder Mahal, the greatest champ of all time.
Oh gosh,
now you're reaching too far.
he's not a good wrestler. And he's not good on the mic, but he's the champion. Hey, anything can happen.
Great on the mic, dude. Why are you hating? Why are you hating the Maharaja?
You answered your own question. It's the Maharaja.
Oh goodness. No, but I think Joe is the right guy. I do think Joe is the right guy, and I think
I think you guys sold me on it. Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
What does this do for Seth Rollins, though? Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah. What's his next feud? Is he taking a
Bray
break? Maybe
Wyatt.
rest up. I thought it was Bray Wyatt versus Roman. Is it Bray Wyatt versus Rollins? Did Bray Wyatt interfere on Monday?
What happened? So Joe and Rollins had a match on Monday. That was the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Joe is just, I don't know, he's a cool character to me. Because, like, he did his promo. Kurt Angle, I think, confronted Joe in the back. I was, like, doing something. I'm, like, listening to the audio. And then, like, he's like, what are you doing? And then Samoa Joe said whatever he said. And then Rollins comes up and he's like, I'm in your face. It's like, I'm not going to sneak up. And then Kurt Angle booked the match for that night. And then Samoa Joe's like, oh, Seth, the decisions we make. And he just, like, walked away. Took him out also at the end of the night. But the way he choked him out was Rollins and Joe were going back and forth. And then Bray Wyatt's little vignette came up. And the screen blacked out. He didn't show up. And then boom, choke out. So, yeah, I think those two are going to get into a feud in which Bray Wyatt will once again be a jobber because he jobbed Roman Reigns on Monday night.
Gosh, man, just piling up those losses. Yeah, in that feud, yeah, I do pick Rollins, yeah, for sure.
Just stop booking the guy. Oh my gosh.
They're just gonna keep booking Bray Wyatt like that until he ends up in ROH or New Japan or something. I don't know, man.
Where he'll be the fastest rising ROH world champion and NJPW champion of all time.
That'd be. I mean, more fresh feuds, man. I don't know. I mean, how much guy can they beat this guy down?
I don't know.
Terrible, man.
He's almost as bad as Enzo Amari. He just loses a lot.
Yeah, someone's beating up Enzo, but before we even get into that, it's not that time again, but it's time for another quick little break. 15-minute intervals, man. That's how our show rolls. You know what I'm saying? But this commercial in post is the Bros Before Elbows commercial. So this is the commercial break where
come back from get the soapbox.
Wait, what?
Is the soapbox next?
We can do soapbox next, but there's this little commercial run for our live YouTube exclusive taping of the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling podcast. But check us out on YouTube. Check us out on iTunes. Subscribe to us on iTunes, I should say. We're also on Podbean. We get a lot of listeners from there. Also, of course, our Facebook page. We post a lot of news and just things about the show. And then, of course, our endless banter on Twitter. So all you have to search for is @Bros Before. That's the number 4 Elbows, and we'll pop up. You'll be sure to see us. Of course, thanks for listening to the show. As always, talk about it with your friends, share it with your friends, talk about it on social media. We'll hit you back. We have fans on the show. We've had a couple on the show recently, and we plan to have more. So thanks for listening, and let's jump back into this show. So we were just discussing Samoa Joe. We were just discussing some Raw antics and some Rollins and Bray feud. So what's next? Isn't there some SmackDown live action we should talk about, or is there more to talk about on Raw?
I think we covered Raw. We should move.
Who's beating up Enzo Amari and Big Cass?
Oh, that's right.
Are you serious? Who cares?
It's Big Cass beating up Enzo, and Enzo's beating up Big Cass.
And also, Enzo may or may not have a crush on that announcer chick, that journalist. That's not Renee Young, but
JoJo.
No, the one that interviews people. I don't know her name.
How about JoJo was interviewing people?
No, that's not her name.
I don't know. I just know Renee.
All I know is that he said
and JoJo.
How you doing? How you doing?
He's
like Michael Cole.
No, the chick, man. I don't know her name. She's really pretty.
Byron Saxton's really pretty.
Veronica?
Ew. Maybe. I don't know.
Ballard?
You know, she's a woman. She has short hair. Whatever.
Jane?
Forget it. It's probably Dash and Dawson. Let's move on to SmackDown.
All right. So what's happening on the SD Live? Has AJ Styles become a champ again?
No, it's still Jinder Mahal. He hasn't even fought Randy Orton yet.
Randy Orton.
They're supposed to rematch at Money in the Bank.
They are rematching at Money in the Bank.
If Orton wins, he's 15-time champ.
No one's going to care about that. That's not even relevant anymore.
It's not even relevant anymore.
They talk about if John Cena's got his own shirt. This is 15-time champ.
Yeah.
What? All right.
Go make another cameo in your own TV show called Total Bellas, which is actually about you somehow.
It's actually a really great show, and I do enjoy watching it with Liz.
I'm sure it is. Both those shows are. I need to watch Total Divas. I need to finish the last 3 episodes of that last season, right after the brand split. But SD Live, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, that's right. Who you fight?
He beat up Kevin Owens again.
Oh.
Clean.
Really pinned him.
Cleanly too. Yeah.
That's good. That's good for Nakamura, man.
Dolph Ziggler lost to AJ Styles, so they're just keeping the feud going for Money in the Bank. The welcoming committee is still a committee, and Lana finally made her on-screen debut.
Oh, nice.
She also is not a good dancer.
Oh,
she's like a professionally trained dancer, according to Total Divas.
Was she trained by Kimberly Lewis?
I don't know. She should have been.
I don't know, she can dance. They're just, I don't know. She's just, her characters. It's whatever. It's fine. It works. It's Lana. Who cares?
The crowd was chanting for her. Actually, like she should be a face.
But she shouldn't be a face because she's the ravishing. Wait, she's a face?
I'm saying she could be. I mean, people like want to see her wrestle. I don't know, just because she's like a Sable kind of like deal, where they just want to see her on screen. Okay, that's enough out of you. It could be. I don't know, man. Yeah, she's got like that charisma.
She has a WWE SmackDown Live Women's Title match at Money in the Bank, also.
That's true. They did book that on,
and she's still Russian, right?
I mean,
yeah,
she's from Nashville, but yeah, she's Russian. Yeah.
It's just so funny watching like Total Bellas or not Total Bellas, Total Divas, and it's like, oh, you aren't Russian.
She still has an accent though. She's stuck with something.
No, she doesn't. She's clearly a Valley girl from Nashville.
No, come on. I don't know.
No, but she grew up in.
Confused me.
She spent part of her life in like Russia or something, right?
I have no idea.
She talked about it on the show.
I thought she was like a cheerleader or something. I don't know. I missed that episode.
She was also a cheerleader. Anyway, she's good for the women's division also, but their women's division kills it. Like Becky Lynch, Charlotte,
Natalia, Tamina,
Natalia's good. Carmella, James Ellsworth.
Dude, Ellsworth is the man.
Ellsworth is the man.
He is. But yeah, they have the first ever Money in the Bank women's ladder match.
That's cool.
How do you guys feel about? You got to think about Money in the Bank and the spots of Money in the Bank, and things like Seth Rollins being flipped over onto a ladder and shattering his back, or I don't know. I'm sure there was a Hardy Boy that did a swanton off of a ladder. I don't. Just think about the spots. These are women now. Not this isn't downplaying women, but it's just like, where are they going to go with it? Think of Hell in the Cell, the women's title match at Hell in the Cell, where Sasha could not break the table because she's like 5 pounds.
She is
And now think of this match.
Here's what's gonna happen. There's gonna be 3 ladders set up in the ring, and we're going end of the year ROH Ladder Wars 2012, Kevin Steen Generico style, where they're gonna put a ladder in between the two and form some crazy H, and then Carmella is gonna pick up Becky Lynch or vice versa, and someone's gonna get package pile drivered right onto the middle ladder. It's gonna be brutal, dude.
That would be sick.
Package piles James Ellsworth on that ladder.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a spot in that match. He has to.
He's at a spot where
dude, he'll break in half, dude.
It'll be awesome. It'll be great. So now everyone's hyped for that match.
But it does. It really raises the question of what are they going to do in the match? How are all the women going to react to being in a ladder match? And that to me is super exciting because it's never been done. Excuse me, it's never been done. So the element of surprise is absolutely there.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think Charlotte Flair, Becky, and Natalya can all really go. And Tamina's a powerhouse, and Carmella's kind of like the wild card. So I think it's a good mix for some kind of excitement.
I think so. I like how the briefcase looks too. I think that's pretty slick.
It does look clean. It looks
Isn't
clean.
it smaller?
It did kind of look smaller. I don't know if it is, but it's
appeared
cool
that
color.
way.
It's cool color. It's like white and gold, which is kind of sick. It's actually maybe looks better than the men's.
Oh, because the men's is just blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the SmackDown blue.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Will the winners get a custom briefcase?
Like
Damien Sandow.
Damien Sandow.
Yeah, his leather briefcase.
Yeah, he had a custom one.
That was legit.
Was he the only one that had a custom briefcase?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think he would. Look how.
Where
that
is he
turned out
now?
for him.
He's not in TNA anymore playing a Liberace character either. Not really sure what he's doing. Probably hanging out with Wade Barrett.
Or Jack Swaggart.
Oh man, freaking
Ryback.
Swagger. Gosh, what a
Simon
boat
Banks.
anchor.
Yeah. Wait, who? Ryback?
No, both of them, Swagger and Ryback, dude, they're terrible.
Yeah,
That
Swagger
sucks.
said he left so he could come back. Like they would bring him back.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, good riddance, dude.
Ryback. What
Always
a
hurts
waste
everyone.
of potential fake talent.
He's gonna buy all of his own merch and just like live next to a dumpster, and that's how he's gonna stay warm, lighting his merch on fire.
A horrible business plan.
Oh,
How do you go wrong with Dutch Mantel in your corner?
He somehow did.
well, when I first started watching WWE again, it was Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler, and their manager was Vicky, I think Vicky Guerrero.
Wow,
Yep.
I do remember
That
that.
sounds
Yeah,
right. That was
that's
a long time ago.
That was an odd pairing.
Yeah,
trio.
it didn't make sense. And then like Ziggler broke off, and then Swagger had his own run. Then wasn't Swagger world champ for a little bit, world heavyweight.
I think that was before you started watching, but yes, that did happen. He actually won Money in the Bank.
At the WrestleMania in Glendale.
Oh, crazy!
He had like some cool Rage Against the Machine theme music too. I don't know when they ever got rid of that.
Weird.
Yeah, he did.
Freaking Swagger. Whatever. That guy's an idiot. That guy's dumb. At some point, we do have to do a Theron's soapbox. By the way,
You want to talk? I don't know what you're talking about. The soapbox. You're talking to SmackDown or Raw,
I don't know either.
right? Well,
yeah, your soapbox can be about whatever. But before we even do that, I was just reminding myself, mainly thinking out loud. Do we know any of the other match cards for Money in the Bank?
They got 5 matches. I got them all right here in front of my face.
Right.
You have all the matches already? How'd you do that so fast?
It's just power of the internet. Okay, number 1 is Naomi versus Lana for the SmackDown's championship. Then the women's Money in the Bank with Becky, Charlotte, Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella. Then the tag team championships with the Usos versus the New Day.
Oh, okay.
And Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. And then Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Corbin, Zayn, Ziggler, and Nakamura for the contract, Money in the Bank contract. So that's 5. Those are 5 all kind of good matches.
Wow. Okay.
Intriguing matches at least. Yeah.
And
It's
when
still
is that? That's
June 18th. So
June 18th. Okay.
11 days.
Couple weeks. Yeah.
Okay. So next
Yeah.
week would be the go home show for SmackDown.
Yep.
Yeah, the 14th. Yeah. Okay. So next week will be our go home SmackDown.
Day after my
prediction.
birthday, man. I turn 31 on June 13th.
Oh, geez, man. What are you doing for your birthday? We
Um,
already went to, besides surviving Nashville.
surviving Nashville, relaxing. No, actually,
Yeah.
mom and dad are coming up over the weekend. They're coming on Saturday.
They leave on Friday. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a little identity reveal party. I did a DNA test for Ancestry.com because I'm curious about my nationalities.
Will there be
So that's
cake?
going to be. There will be actually. There's going to be a potluck. People are guessing or taking their bets on what they think I am. So they're going to bring food based on what they think I am.
Yo, I totally wrote that I was attending that, but I live 3,000 miles away. So
Bro, we'll bring you in through Google Hangouts, dude.
you
The
could.
power of Skype.
You ought to.
And then you eat
I'll
whatever
be
you think
there.
Anthony is.
Will do.
Hey, wait, quick question, Theron. Have you ever had hot chicken?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's so good. So I had some in Nashville.
You can't believe
maybe
you
think
asked a
about
black
food.
man that.
Yeah, chicken. What do you mean?
Never mind. I should pull my own cock. Can you edit that out?
Dude, it was delicious. But real quick. So I'm in Nashville, and we stop at this place called Dino's, some crappy dive bar, but wonderful place in Nashville. And they had hot chicken. And my buddy Pat was eating some, and he was sweating bullets. He's like, just so hot, so hot. And I'm like, oh, I just ordered some. And he's like, it's so hot, dude. I'm like, whatever. So I get my hot chicken, and I'm sitting down with my buddy Chris, and I'm just eating it, dude, just straight up, just shoveling it in my mouth. And ate the bread too. It's like it's just soaked up all the hotness, whatever. And I walk up to Pat and his buddy Charles, who met us there in Nashville too, for like the day or whatever. I walk up to him and I point to like one bead of sweat, and I was like, "That's it, dude. That's all I got." And Pat's like, "Oh, I can't believe it's just so hot." He's like, "I bet you can't eat the hottest of the hottest hot chicken." And I was like, "Dude, if they make it and you buy it, I'll eat it." So sure enough, Pat's like talking to the fry cook, the SpongeBob of the place, and he's like, "Hey man, make this the hottest that you can make this." And I was like, "I'll eat it, dude, whatever." So the kid is like cooking the thing. He's like, "I can only get it up to like this, whatever. I can only make it this hot because then it just turns into garbage." And I was like, "Whatever, dude, I'll eat it." So sure enough, he gives me the plate. And I cut it in 3 pieces, and I gave a piece to Pat, I gave a piece to Charles, and a piece to myself. Needless to say, I ate the whole thing. And then I had Pat eat the bread because I was like, dude, I ate it, dude. I ate 2 baskets, one of regular hot chicken, and 2, the second basket of like mega hot chicken. And yeah, dude, it was brutal, dude. The next day sucked, but it was totally
Jesus Christ, dude, your stomach. Oh my god. I'm crying for your stomach over here, dude.
So good. Dude, that on top of like whiskey and like cheap beer, and then 4 o'clock in the morning White Castle burgers, dude, I was just poisoning myself, dude.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
man.
You just described it perfectly. I think you should cut to commercial after that story.
All right, we'll take a quick little break here. This episode is brought to you by the Bros Before Elbows. The Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, Mike Monster. Hey, check it out. They make apparel specific for, or not specific, but they make apparel designed for MCs and rappers. So if you think you can spit some bars, or you're a musician, or whichever, go to MikeMonster.com. Check out all the apparel. Check out all their designs. And while you're there, pick up a Bros Before Elbows authentic t-shirt and score yourself a 20% discount by typing in promo code BROS BEFORE, number 4, elbows. And of course, check them out on Facebook. Check out Mike Monster on Twitter. Check out Mike Monster on their website, just www.micmonster.com. Boom. Super easy, super cool designs. And again, be sure to check out Bros Before Elbows on YouTube, iTunes, Podbean, Twitter, and Facebook. We have all the major social media outlets covered. So chat with us, shoot us some comments, ask some questions. And hey, if you'd like to be a part of the show, shoot us an email or even shoot us a message on any of those platforms. And we'll see what we can do. Maybe add you into the last half of the show. But coming back to this show, we got some time left. Let's do a quick little Theron soapbox, and then let's answer some questions of the day.
Is this my time to shine?
It's that time again.
I love it. One time Wilson Fisk said that he was not the martyr nor the Samaritan, but he was the ill intent before he broke out. I feel as though Samoa Joe is at a breaking point now. On Monday night, he did something I've never seen since the return of the advocate for the one behind the one in 21-1, and that is Brock Lesnar. You see, he entered the ring. He told a tale of how he would best the beast. No quirky subplots, no eating hearts, no cutting hearts out of people, no slaying the beast in his lair. Just, I'm going to beat you. Very calmly, very coolly, very collectively. Enter Paul Heyman without his gigantic cell phone from the 90s to then tell said Samoa Joe that this will be a great match, but that he would end up on the losing side. But respectively tell him that, right? To which Samoa Joe then pulls Paul Heyman off to the side, and like a man whispers into its baby's ear as it nuzzles it before it puts it to sleep, he said, I am the one you should fear. I will put you to rest. And then he did just that, which now prompts the beast to come out of hibernation, out of his lair somewhere in St. Paul, Minnesota, and we will see him on Monday. My question is, what then happens in this universal title picture? Does Samoa Joe best the beast? Think about his track record since coming in, even back to NXT, two-time NXT champion, the man that nearly cost Rollins his match at WrestleMania. My money's on Samoa Joe. I don't know where yours is. Now let's skip over to SmackDown Live, and we see the meteoric rise of one Shinsuke Nakamura, the Kinshasa, and the overall aura of a man from Japan who's rising straight to the top, who's bested the United States champion of America not once, but twice. Does he cash in? Does he win Money in the Bank? Or do we look out for someone like the lone wolf Baron Corbin, who has beaten the crap out of Sami Zayn for at least a month and a half? These are all questions we have to look forward to. In my soapbox, I say kudos to you, WWE, for all that is good, and I hate you for all that is bad, as far as things like Sasha Banks dancing with Rich Swann in a horrible segment, or Eva Marie. Farewell to you, and Paige. And that is my soapbox.
Snaps, man.
Dang, dude.
These things just come off the top of my dome, and then I just go into like a rant.
A blackout.
Oh, water bottle. Sweet. I'm thirsty.
Well, all that hot chicken, man. I'm all like burpy and stuff.
That was like 4 days ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
man, that
good,
was a
dude.
while ago.
So good. Dude, I would eat hot chicken with Brock Lesnar, dude. I would go chicken for chicken.
I hear he's a really like funny dude.
Really?
Supposedly. Completely opposite of his character on screen.
Interesting.
Supposedly.
Interesting.
I don't know.
But you did make an interesting point that Corbin has beaten the crap out of Zayn for the past like 7 years of his life.
He has. Why is Sami Zayn getting beat up so much? There's no end in sight to the beatings he's taking. Is he the face equivalent of Bray Wyatt?
Oh God, no, dude! It's gonna take a while to reach that magnitude. You have to do a lot of crazy matches, dude. Be in WrestleMania, have eyeballs on the freaking whatchamacallit on the ring, and
jobbing mentality. Like, when's the last time he won a match?
I thought Zayn beat Corbin.
You might be right. That's probably why he's getting beat up every week.
I thought he beat him up once or something. I don't know. I thought Zayn was like actually like, oh my God, you're formidable now. But I guess he's jobbing again, so that sucks. Poor punk. All right, we got a couple of minutes left. Let's jump into the question of the day.
All right, let's go Back to the Future with it. If you could attend, you can jump into this time machine go back in time to any wrestling event in the history of pro wrestling, what would it be? You sit front row, you get 2 front row tickets, you get 10 live pro wrestling event. Which one would it be? I was thinking about this. I think I was listening to the radio, and they had Tommy Dreamer on. He was on some like sports station, so it kind of made me think of ECW. I was thinking, man, I would love to be like back in 1997, being able to attend like an ECW event, like actually at the arena, like with those crazy fans, like tossing stuff in the
Hammerstein Ballroom.
Played Alice in Chains to the Man in the Box to introduce Tommy Dreamer to the interview segment or whatever. So I was like, oh man, that was his theme music when he was in ECW. Was Man in the Box. So every time I hear that song, I think Dreamer. So I would go back to 1997, April 13th, 1997. Barely Legal, live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the ECW arena. It's ECW's first pay-per-view on TV, and they hyped it up, and then it was cool. They had Raven, RVD, all those good classic ECW players. Raven, Tommy Dreamer, all that good stuff. So I'd go back to there, man, because I'd love to see like an event like actually live, just like insanity of like that wrestling when it was like
that was like crazy belligerent fans.
And it was just like it's so raw, man. It's just like you can't like I don't think you can recreate that like ever again. It was just like a place and time where it's like
that's true.
You really can't replicate it again. So let's go to Theron. What's a wrestling event you want to attend if you had your choice?
Ooh, that was a good one, by the way. ECW was the ish, the is H, if you will, back then. Front row, I would want to be. This is probably cliche, but I'm gonna pick it. There's so many good matches though. The mass transit incident was cool. Anyway, I would probably go with a time that changed pro wrestling forever. And that was on that summer in July, 1996.
I know where you're going.
When Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, with a mystery partner that nobody knew who he was, people thought it was Sting. That leads to Dark Sting. That leads to the greatest ratings war in television history. That Bash at the Beach, I would want, especially if I'm front row, man, I would want to be right there.
That's Bash at the Beach 96, dude. That's Hulk Hogan's heel turn, man. It started the Monday Night Wars right there.
Oh, I gotta watch that again.
Yeah. When is John Cena gonna do a heel turn? Sorry, go ahead.
Never, dude.
Never, probably. Yeah.
Why not? He can now. They got Roman Reigns. They don't, why not? No.
Bueller?
For all the little Tommies of the world, no. Okay, fine.
Yeah, dude, that would shatter his soul, man. You'd shatter all those kids' souls.
That's why.
Once shattered the souls of a million humans. But sorry, I keep talking in voice. I'm sorry.
That's why Bash at the Beach was so great, man. It was just like it's another like moment in time, man. You just can't recreate.
No, you cannot.
Anthony, where do you want to go in the time machine?
WrestleMania 10.
Which one was that? Was that not Lawrence Taylor versus
probably
Bam
one of the worst ones?
Dude, I have no idea. A part of me just wants to say like WrestleMania 1 because that was like the first,
Madison Square Garden, New York City, 1985.
Paul Orndorff.
It'd be a spot to be.
Piper. Paul Orndorff's partner?
Piper. Yeah, dude.
Roddy Piper.
Yeah, Piper headlined the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I think I don't know any other I clearly have seen a ton of pay-per-views, but I don't know. Both
WrestleMania 3
really good, dude. WrestleMania 3, that was maybe was that the Mega Powers?
No, that was 5. WrestleMania 3 was Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan, and it was 90,000 people.
Oh, that's right. That's when Hogan slams Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Andre was probably drunk, but yes.
Probably.
Let's edit that part 2.
I would say,
rest in peace, Andre.
I would want to be front row for the Mega Powers. For WrestleMania.
That was WrestleMania 5?
Macho Man versus main event WrestleMania, Macho Man versus Hogan, dude. It's a Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City.
Dude, I gotta go watch that WrestleMania now. What the really? What? So wait, when was the whole like backstage thing with like Liz and the belt? And you come to me man to man for the belt, I'd beat you 1, 2, 3, no problem. But
I think that was all about the impressions tonight, man. That was a Saturday Night Main Event. It was Mega Powers versus the Twin Towers.
yeah, those eyes
Versus,
they covered Elizabeth.
That was a great segment, man. He beats him up backstage. He's
One of
Hogan
the
up back.
greatest, man. One of the greatest. Shout out Macho Man.
What a great feud, man.
Put him on my Instagram. Anyway.
That's
I like that.
you rate it.
Yeah.
True.
I stole that post
man.
from some girl that posted it. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that would be my answer. I think that would be again another staple in time. Like I don't think we'll ever get those two huge figures to battle. I mean, clearly we're not going to, but any one of that magnitude, you know, I don't think that's ever going to happen again. So I think that would be cool too, because I just remember like Hogan and Macho Man were like these guys are like best friends. These guys are like the ultimate team. And then for them to fight each other was like, what is going on?
Yeah, that's before the internet too, dude. So,
Yeah. Now I want to go watch WrestleMania 5.
Yeah, it's on the
too,
WWE Network for $9.99.
I think that's my next mission, to watch the first like 6 WrestleManias.
Then there you go. Oh, WrestleMania 6 Ultimate Warrior versus Hogan.
Yeah.
Main
That was
event.
another good one.
That's a good one
There's a
too.
lot of good ones from back in the day. I mean, all those quirky, cartoony characters, but those first 6 were pretty dope.
Yeah, they're on a hot streak for sure. All right. But speaking of hot streaks, we're back on our hot chicken streak.
Hot chicken streak, eating that chicken, eating that smoking thighs, dump truck of wings, Genesee, cheapo beer. Yes.
Oh God, so horrible. That's so
The
horrible.
New
thanks
Day
for
have a
listening.
tag title match at Money in the Bank. How do you feel about that, Anthony?
Oh wait, what? Who?
The New Day.
The New Day.
I hate-
New Day
I hate the
rocks.
New Day.
Well, they're gonna be your
Still-
next SmackDown Live tag team champions. So.
Whatever, dude. I'm over them. Freaking hate them.
Why? Their
hate them.
Fashion Files
Dumb,
segment
dumb,
was so
dumb,
hilarious.
dumb. They're dumb. I hate New Day. I hate New Day. I hate
Why do
New
you
Day.
hate them? They would suck separately.
Because they're stupid, dude. They're stupid. I hate their gimmick.
It'd be like a toy set that was each sold separately. You couldn't have fun unless you had everything.
Wow. Save it for next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my hatred for New Day next week. But
I don't know why you hate them so
they're
much.
stupid, dude. I hate their
Is it
gimmick.
'cause
I
they got
hate
ice
their
cream bars?
gimmick.
Yeah, Punk never got ice cream bars.
Yeah, where's my ice cream bars? You guys overpromise and underdeliver every time. Every time. Every time.
What? They're so hilarious. I
No,
mean,
they're dumb. They're dumb.
Why?
Their humor is stupid, dude. It's just
their
utter
humor in the Fashion Files was great.
utter garbage.
Why
Hot
are we
garbage.
black? And why?
Hot humid day, steaming piles of garbage, just festering with
Okay.
diapers,
Oh
dude.
my
That's
God, they gave out men's rompers. That was great.
stupid.
elbow drop your friends. People.
Thanks
It's
for
all
listening
about
to the show.
Carmella's abs.